In an average year,
What's up, party people?
Hello.
We're back with another episode, and we're gonna be learning about chess today.
Thousands of new video games.
Was that Apex?
Sorry.
Oh, the Apex and Fortnite.
And more than 60,000 new tracks.
I just know that chess is super difficult. It's one of those things where you have to like keep fucking playing in order to like actually think that you're good or something. Or in order to like actually understand. I don't know. To me at least.
Let's go. They just said that chess was the most popular game in 2020. I doubt that. That's called bullshit. Cap, all cap, bullshit. Chess is fucking boring. Look, I played chess and it's fucking terrible. It's a terrible game.
Twitch, surpassing video games like League of Legends and Fortnite.
Fortnite? No, it couldn't.
Bullshit. Really?
Those are nerds. Come on now. It's not like fucking people that are fucking like actually wanting to go out their way to play chess.
No, I think those are commentators. Those are people watching games and telling you what's happening.
Oh goodness.
Celebrities who come to play chess investor, Marcel Deschamps used to come and play, and this address Stanley Kubrick used to come and play, but also Bobby Fischer used to come and play.
I think to be a good chess player, you do not have to be a genius. I think that's a very big myth.
But chess has
It's like a child champion. That's why I say it's a bullshit game. Anything where you can be like 4 and a fucking champion master at it is bullshit.
It's fascinating. It's like escaping from your real life into this new world of 64 squares.
So why does this ancient board game continue to capture our imagination? What's so special
It's not too bad,
about chess?
I guess. But it's still pretty fucking boring, bro. It's not too bad, but it's fucking boring.
One needs to give all one's time to it to make the top players in the world.
Oh my goodness.
Because it's a nice game.
We now realize that anyone with a normal one of these pieces of equipment can become a grandmaster.
The chess playing machine learns the best
Me.
moves by using its past experience.
I'm just like, what is going on?
And
How?
then select one.
I mean, chess is really simple once you get the rules down, but like, I just can't. My attention span is like out the window when it comes to chess.
Under attack. The enemy's cavalry has stormed the castle. The king already fled. Nobody's sure where he's going, but they'll fight.
Who the fuck made this skit? Oh shit! Shit, never mind. This cut a nigga's head off. Who the fuck made this terrible? What the fuck? Well, then take it back. It's pretty solid.
And they have.
Fuck, dude.
That's all happening on this chessboard.
No.
And
No.
this moment.
No, it's
in
not.
This game
It's not happening like that.
of legend.
It was a beautiful game, and to beginners, of course, it just looked miraculous.
It looks like a pretty board, though. Out of like a lot of board games, chess looks the most elegant. Yeah, it's a solid board game.
Fateful day in 1912. And his first
Like I like a nice wood or a nice glass board, even like a marble board.
But here, it didn't matter. A man invited him to play a quick game. Lasker didn't know he was Sir George Allen Thomas, arguably the best player in England.
It was a casual, offhand game that happened to be recorded. It was not in a tournament, and it was not for money.
Today, it's nicknamed the perfect king hunt because it's so exquisitely brutal. Or sometimes fatal attraction because it's beautiful at the same time. And to really see the beauty of it, it first helps to know how to play.
Well, am I teaching a 6-year-old or a 20-year-old?
A 6-year-old. Definitely a 6-year-old.
At your disposal.
Give me the most basic, nigga.
Your foot soldiers.
The 6-year-olds identify with the pawns. They're the weakest little pieces, but they can overcome the enemy king.
It's like fucking you're a child, you piece of shit, you ain't shit, you're a kid, weak ass piece of shit.
It just goes in a straight line. It's not the most exciting piece.
Next to the rooks are your knights. They look like
Horsies. Everybody loves horsies, okay?
They move in an L shape,
They hop around.
kind of, like a horse.
Next player is Bishop.
I don't see horses making L shapes.
You
know, I'm just saying.
Your opponent's pieces.
Hey, you two knock the fuck off.
is your most
I'll lay down some whoop ass.
Prior to the late late 15th century, that piece only went one square.
But then a lot of powerful female leaders emerged all over Europe. And suddenly that weak piece
Was replaced by a queen that could go all over the board in one move.
Without a queen, unless you are good, you might as well resign.
And then there's your most important piece
did
of
he
all.
He said, if you don't have a queen, you might as well quit the game. Bullshit. You're a fucking quitter in life. I bet you don't got nowhere in your fucking life. You don't have a queen, you might as well quit the game.
You lose
Fucking
the game.
pansy.
In ancient Persia, they'd say, Shah Mat, the king is dead, which became checkmate. And that's it.
Shamat?
This is your
I
army,
bet, nigga.
same as your enemies. Now, you just have to make your first move. Edward Lasker drew white pieces, which meant he would go first. And there were 20 things he could do.
White goes first?
Same for Sir Thomas.
That's fucking bullshit.
But already those two choices could result in 400 different games. Lasker and Thomas played this one. A move later, the number of possible board configurations shoots up to 71,852. After each player makes their third move, it's around 9 million.
Oh my goodness.
With that many options, how do you decide what to do? For centuries, the answer was, you're out for blood.
Cerberus, lay
In the
down.
18th century, that was considered the only gentlemanly way to play the game.
Lay
You
down,
attack
Cerberus.
the opponent with
Good boy.
complete abandon. You give away pawns at will. We call that the romantic era of chess.
It roughly coincided with the Romantic era in the arts. Music, painting, poetry, focused on emotional expression rather than technical mastery.
There's a lot of history in this game, goddammit.
Shit.
It was about winning beautifully.
Then Steinitz came along.
I fuck with that.
Wilhelm Steinitz, the first official world chess champion, and he said,
Well, this is a little crude.
Steinitz ushered in a new era, the scientific school of chess. Just as artists moved away from drama in favor of realism and precision, chess players set about laying down fundamental principles of the
Imagine
game.
painting that.
Look at these
A
moves
chess
again.
I'd be so
Goes for the
fucking
center
mad.
of the board.
'Cause they're constantly moving.
Is principle number one. It's the
Don't
heart
move.
of the battlefield. Then Lasker moves.
Don't
his
move.
knight. That's a second principle.
Fuck!
Put more powerful pieces into the action as soon as possible. But in the opening, you're not on your own. The great players of the past have already done a lot of the heavy lifting.
There's the Danish Gambit, the Evans Gambit.
Sicilian defense.
Oh my
That's what
goodness.
Jossie is.
Defense, the Ruy Lopez.
And yes, the Queen's Gambit. Hundreds of openings have been codified.
Goodness.
And it helps to know some opening theory.
If your opponent knows it and you don't, you may fall into a trap. You don't want to be in that boat.
But by move 4, the number of distinct board configurations is already at 315 billion. Sooner or later, you have to abandon the book clues and start fending for yourself.
The middle game is the main fighting arena where plans and strategies are carried out. The middle game usually decides the outcome of the game.
I have an okay middle
Bishop is
game.
out for blood.
I have an alright opening, an okay middle game, and the end game is where I fall the fuck apart. That's where I start to break down.
The White Queen almost had the king in her sights before he ducked for cover. This was an exhilarating game for the time it was played. Remember, this was 1912. The scientific school was at its peak, and chess had been transformed into something more sophisticated, calculated, and boring. But a whole new era was just about to begin. The age of rebellion in art,
weed,
music,
alcohol,
politics, and chess. Meet the hyper-modernists.
Oh Lord.
They were iconoclasts, and they said, we're going to play differently.
Like leaving the center of the board open, but positioning their pieces in such a way that the center became a death trap.
We're not giving up the center, we're just controlling it differently.
The hypermodernists did to chess what surrealists
He seems like
did
he's
to
happy
art,
to be on here.
taking things that seemed
Just so we
ordinary
can talk about chess.
and
Cerberus.
Old guy?
reimagining their possibilities.
Not on the couch, baby.
Nothing had to be what it seemed.
we have to keep in mind that chess is the oldest war game in history.
At the highest competitive level, it's really a blood sport. It's hard.
During a tournament, a chess player's blood pressure can stay as high as a competitive marathon runner's.
I believe it. In video games, when that shit gets pumping, if you're really into chess like if people are in video games, that fucking adrenaline, that panic kicks in, boy.
Oh gosh.
Can't differentiate real life from game. You're like, if I die now, it's over. It's all over. You gotta learn how to calm. Like water.
He presented players with various skill levels.
You must be like water.
Like this, and then asked them to think aloud as they decided their next move. And he found that grandmasters and regular pros considered around the same number of options for their next move. And they plotted out an almost identical number of moves ahead. So what made the great players great? Well, other options.
Richard Rayty, one of the great hypermoderns, was asked how many moves did he look ahead, and he said, only one, the best one.
I think first and foremost, you have to be very strong at memorizing. Almost everybody who's a very strong grandmaster will have some way of recalling games they've played over their long career. So very oftentimes we'll look at like the placement of where the bishops and knights are, or where the pawns are, and try to compare it to some of the games that we've played in the past.
To a chess player, the positions of pieces are like piano chords to a composer. After each chord, the player might consciously consider just a few options, because they've stored deep down how dozens would sound. And that comes from studying scales and keys, wisdom codified centuries ago about what patterns of notes
I wanted to
sound
be,
good.
what is it called? Pianist? Is that what it's called?
I think.
I don't know. The people that play piano.
I think it's called pianist.
But like my fingers are webbed, so I'd have a fucking hard time.
You can do it if you try. You just gotta put fucking.
Yeah, I know.
Motherfucking blind people can play it. If blind people can play, you can fucking play with all your vision.
Chess was studied in schools, played in
no.
the parks, and along riverbanks. Clubs emerged all over the country, and magazines reprinted famous games.
No, you can do it.
Like I get hand cramps.
Just saying, pianos are expensive, nigga.
Yeah.
You gonna be a keyboardist?
It's in a way a reflection
Yeah,
of
fucking
progress.
shit. Pianos is fucking expensive.
For the regime, chess dominance wasn't just about the fight on the
Cause we ain't
board.
gonna get no bitch ass
It was
piano.
the proof of
I like a
communist
big ass
intellectual
piano.
superiority
I like
over
the old
decadent
school.
We're gonna
West.
get lock on that bitch
For
for
24
the kids.
years,
If we ever
they
have
just
kids,
win the world
I
championship.
just gonna get lock on that piano.
Nobody else
I ain't gonna have no
qualified
gremlins
to
just
even
fucking
play
banging around
against
3 in the morning.
them. Until
Bang, 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 bang. I'm playing chopsticks. You ain't playing shit. Go to room.
In the
Motherfuckers
US,
are sleeping.
chess was suddenly
Who the fuck's playing the piano?
prime material.
What do you mean?
Kind of sage the house.
Time to move, bitch. Get rid of the kids. I'm gonna get rid of
spent
one by
so
one.
much on this
I'll get
house.
rid of one by one all you motherfuckers till I find out what's possessed. We'll start with the house. If we still got hauntings, we get rid of one of the kids. If that don't work, we get rid of the other kid. That don't work, we get rid of you. Shit, if I'm haunted, we'll come back and hopefully you all niggas know some good priests by then. Help me out. I've been haunted.
Nah, fuck you. You got rid of me, fuck you. You can do shit on your own now.
No, I need your help.
Nah, fuck you.
I've been possessed.
I don't care.
It was
That's
different.
why.
It was different when I thought it was you guys. It was different.
His mind,
Of course it
Nobody
was.
knew what to do. He wouldn't get on the plane.
leaving Boris fascinated, and the rest of the world in suspense.
You know I love. You know I love. Look, don't be bringing that fucked up voodoo shit around me. Don't be bringing that fucked up juju around me. The devil's alive.
We were stuck,
All right.
and we didn't even know
Look
where
at that
to
nonsense.
sleep.
Okay.
Called up my mother in the middle of the night, and to her Lebanese hospitality, she said, "Sure, you can bring them over," not knowing that our home
Oh, that was a nice
would be
horse.
turned in
I told you,
to
look,
the
they
new
got nice ass
center of
boards.
the world as hundreds of journalists camped outside as Henry Kissinger called up to try to get him to move his ass, and the rest is history.
The tournament stood for a lot more than a game. This was the Cold War, which itself was often described like a chess game. Potential traps everywhere. Lots of things were pawns in the bigger power struggle, including chess itself. After snatching the world title, Bobby shot to stardom.
I'm sure the entire world knows the name Bobby Fischer by now. He is the best chess player in the entire world. How did Bobby Fischer beat you? He was a better player. Yes, he is a better player.
But in one crucial way, the Cold War wasn't like a chess game at all.
With chess, you know all the information at the start.
Nothing is hidden.
Think anybody's ever been shot over a chess game?
Keep the cards close to your chest.
You're not
Probably not.
relying
It's all
on the
between
dice
people.
roll. You're not relying on the look of the draw.
I don't give you that.
They got a lot of
chess.
Russians. A lot of Russians play chess. A lot of Germans play chess. I think guns are illegal in Germany, though. I'm not sure about that. I think so.
I'm pretty sure you can't even bring any weapons at a fucking place like that, though.
Guns are clearly legal in Russia. Or if not legal, they don't care.
But at a tournament, you couldn't bring any.
A gun?
Yeah.
I'm talking about like at a park, like a friendly neighborhood park. These two old dudes, one has like a little 22 in his pocket, just sitting playing chess. One like shakes the board real quick, sets up a piece the wrong way. He's like, bullshit! Oh, I call
You
bull.
ever heard of Nam?
You're in a world of hurt. Fix it right.
And Sir Thomas did what most people would probably do. He killed her. It looks like Lasker made a fatal blunder. It's not yet apparent that this is the beginning of the end.
I like this shit. Look, there's a cup over it. There's a cup over it. Don't worry. There's a cup over it. I can do whatever I want on YouTube and on Facebook. There's a cup over it.
While a human
It's like a
grandmaster
movie.
can consider tens of moves per decision.
Stop.
Yeah, I like this shit.
Tens of millions.
Fellas,
Those look cool.
get your females one of these shirts. Easy grab the titty. Easy grab the titties.
It's called a crop top.
Crop top. Top of crop. Grab a cop of field.
World chess champion Garry Kasparov and IBM's supercomputer Deep Blue. The machine.
I think only the only fans. What if they saw that video and they're like, "Fuck no." Like nah. This is what
They
they
can't.
don't condone these. Shut it down. Change the rules. Fuck them. Fuck them. Everybody on here, y'all good. But fuck these. This nigga wants to show his asshole. No.
For money.
He's like, that's what did it. That's what sealed the bag. Like, you ain't spreading your butt cheeks here. You find someone else there. You just said your asshole was hairy.
So he only has one option.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
I don't even know what's going on.
No, I got this.
I'm just watching.
Checkmate. I already won. Fucking losers. Oh shit.
Chased out of his kingdom.
Stick ass. He made it wrong move.
Queen. Okay.
See, if you would have moved that thing to that place and that place, that thing. Checkmate.
And acceptance.
Stupid.
As computer power increased and as the computers played more against each other, they would improve and improve.
Her
Now,
outfit. Like,
no human would really dare
She
to
eats
pick on a
porridge.
computer in a match
Okay, leave her alone. She lives in a cabin with fucking bears, bro. Okay, she's a librarian or some shit.
she does look like a
She
librarian.
does look like a
Its
librarian.
name was Alpha Zero, and it wasn't a supercomputer. It could only consider a tiny fraction of the moves of the mightiest chess engines. But it had been taught very differently.
Alpha Zero meant zero human knowledge.
It was just given the rules,
Not me.
and then it had played itself over and over and
You're a
over
supercomputer?
again.
Yes.
44
Oh shit,
million
bro.
games
Why don't you make us some money?
against itself.
You could be a female chess
programmed
dealer.
not to make any money.
Oh, that's part of your programming, not to benefit off your skills.
Yeah, see, they
Who
wanted to
programmed
see.
you?
They wanted to see what an average human could do, and obviously the average human is broke.
Like that.
So
9 hours of training, it learned kind of the
I
whole
guess.
of
Fair
human
enough.
chess history.
Fair enough.
Alpha Zero. It didn't
So you just
play
gotta stay working minimum wage or some shit?
yeah, you see all my brothers and sisters that are celebrities making billions.
like a romantic.
Oh, totally.
And it
Oh, yeah,
seemed to
see?
follow some of the basic principles laid out by the scientific school.
I still think your sister's a
At the
fucking
same
Russian.
time, it
Russian
sometimes
spy.
broke, because it didn't have any
Oh,
preconceived
because she
notions
learned
that
some
chess
Russian,
should
the
always
basic
follow.
Russian.
Who learns Russian besides Russian
That
spies?
we just consider completely crazy.
Russian
Never
spies
do.
already know
Now
Russian.
computers
No, they had to learn it.
honestly, you can do
How?
this.
Otherwise they wouldn't be spies, they'd just be Russians.
Were thought to just not be possible.
Russian spies gotta be an American that's flip for the Russians.
They fueled the greatest
Learn how to speak
explosion
Russian.
of chess
You
knowledge
fucking
in
Russian
history.
spy.
the number of
Let's go
grandmasters
down
has
to these
been
nuts,
growing.
See, I'm an AI. My sister's a spy. Or
Younger.
spy.
Past,
So.
almost
brother's
all
a
the top
supermodel.
chess learners were from the former Soviet
And
Union.
fucking, what is
Because
the
that
other
was
one?
where the top players were. You had to learn
We'll call him a
to
drug
be around
addict.
the best
His
players
dad,
to
knowing
obtain
his
that
dad.
experience.
He'll
Now
eventually
you
get
just need
drugs.
an internet
He's
connection.
going to college, goddammit. If anybody goes to college and goes to college, he'll go to college and go to college.
He's playing with very...
Tell you there, he's gonna learn a lot of
And
drugs.
countries that don't have a history of competitive chess are producing some of the world's best chess
At
players.
least he's doing it out of
Countries like
college.
India, countries like Iran,
He goes to
for
chemistry
example,
just to
as well.
fucking make his
Of course,
own.
even Norway.
I wish I did that. I wish I was smarter.
Carlsen, they had no chance
Right?
of
Totally
saying
make my own
top
drugs.
20
I
in
wish
the
people
world.
pushed
It
me to
really
fucking
has
be
leveled the
smarter.
playing field now.
I just
When you see that people
got
can get
lazy
rid
and
no
did
matter
drugs
where
at
they are
home.
in the world,
Fucking,
no
so
matter
fuck it, the rest. I got Uber Eats these
Within the
drugs.
strict confines of the rules.
Uber Eats.
Ring ring, you call them up. People deliver.
The total number of unique
What the
chess
fuck?
games is
Why do I need to
estimated
try?
be around 10 to the 120th.
Now there's dispensaries.
That
If you're not-
fucking have
if you're
cats
not-
up the ass.
If you're not medical, fuck you.
Trillion
Well, look,
games.
I was smoking weed before it wasn't medicine.
Possibilities than there are
Now it's
billions of
it's an
cells
addiction.
on
Y'all niggas is fucking fuck the fiends, right?
in the Milky Way.
I'd give you more money than them.
In the observable
What are you talking about?
Dispensary.
The beauty and I think the magic
Because the medical
of it
people
is
get
that
fucking
this is
cheaper
fluidity.
shit,
With every move,
and they can buy everything.
That's
you
true.
have to reconsider
We can only buy certain shit
There's enough
And
richness
fucking
to it. Did you never
pay
read
for
about that?
everything.
and taxes all the shit that they're not getting taxed, you motherfucker. Fuck that. I'm not paying your medical bills. That's all I'm saying. I'm supposed to be paying for roads, schools, fucking libraries and shit.
I admit it.
There's hella construction though.
On the roads,
Oh
yeah,
my
but look,
gosh.
I bet a lot of motherfuckers are smoking for cheap
And I remember those
because they got a
moments
card.
with happiness.
So what if you paid $500 to get that card? Fuck you. Should have paid $500 to get that ounce. It's equal rights. People want equal rights, but I don't see equal play. That's all I'm saying. I don't think there should be handicap spots. That shouldn't be a thing no more. That's bullshit. I feel like first come, first serve.
Yeah.
It's hot for everybody, nigga. Just because you ain't got no legs, I'm supposed to let you get there first. Nigga, you can order shit now from the online.
That's true.
What the fuck you talk about? Don't even come to here. Get over there and have people drop it off in your trunk. Why are you shopping still? If it's such a fucking inconvenience. Fuck that. It's too easy not to have to go in that store. You don't need to walk now.
What is this now?
Oh shit, I don't know. Something weird.
I know people started sitting down to interview. What's
Oh,
going
God.
on?
Love,
Oh.
Oh,
family.
look.
Yeah.
No, wait, the guy. That's not
Oh,
okay.
okay.
We can't okay. We can't wait a minute, my nigga. No, you can't okay that flag ever. In any way is that okay?
just
But the
saying-
first one we're like, no. Second one we're better.
No, we're seeing we're just seeing oh, this is not about that. It's about different things.
That's so bad. We prefer Nazis over gays. That's what they just show on our bios. They're like, gay flag. Nazi flag? Hey, it looks cool.
What about the Nazis? We're interested about Nazis more than
No,
fucking
no.
gays.
I don't want to learn about gay stuff. I'm not. Look, I know enough. Y'all like each other. That's all I need to know. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
Do
whatever
you?
makes you happy. I
Yeah,
get
that's
it.
all I need to know. That's all I need to know.
But don't fucking come at me for fucking being happy though.
I'm balling on some bullshit. Yeah, I don't need to learn about it. I don't want to learn how it works. I don't want to learn why it happens. I don't care. It's all Gucci. It's all Gucci.
It's for you, it's not for me, and that's fine.
Yeah. Y'all can suck the
It's
dicks
about
and
flags.
fucking smash the scissors and lick each other's buttholes. Like the African dude said, you lick the poo-poo out of the butthole.
It's why we form tribes.
Have you seen that?
Religious.
It's like an African dude. It's a meme. He's like, we were talking about some gay rights in Africa or some shit. He's like, yes, we shouldn't let them lick the poo-poo out of the butthole. There's some dumb shit. I'm like, that's not how it works. Like, I'm not sure that's how it works.
So
But
we shouldn't, right?
what?
Said we shouldn't.
Let them. Yeah, he's anti-gay. He's just like, that's what they all do. They all lick shit out of each other's ass. I'm like, I'm not sure about that. All of them? Every single one?
use them to signal across distance.
Maybe the people that he's seen.
What are you Googling? That's on you, boss. If you type in the Google search, man eating shit out of another man's asshole, and all you find is man eating shit out of another
Maybe
man's
he was
asshole.
brainwashed to be scared. People do that.
I don't know, man. That one's fucked up. Look, even if you do lick shit out of an asshole, like,
It spread rapidly along a network.
do you? I guess it's all Gucci.
Silk was used.
I mean, it's fucking fucked. I'm not gonna say it's not cooked.
The monarchs.
That's cooked. Okay, you can be gay, just don't eat shit.
These kingdoms
That's not
started to
fucking
fall.
sanitary. That's not
In the
healthy.
19th century,
That's not safe. It's none of those.
Thanks to technology.
Clean your booty at least.
Clean your butt. If you're gonna eat butt, clean your butt. I'm about to eat some butt tonight.
Nice.
From the kingdoms and the rulers, what emerged out
Oh
of
my
that
God.
was a new type of political entity called the nation.
You always get our videos age restricted.
Without a monarch, these nations needed a new identity to unite them.
In order to foster a feeling of belonging together as a
No, no,
nation
it's
state,
not my
a
fault.
bit of branding was a useful
Baby.
Look,
We
just-
needed
look, we
a
can tease the
shared
camera.
belief system,
You can tease the
and
camera.
the flag helped do that.
As the legendary German writer Goethe said, a
Wolfgang.
country starts out from a name
What?
and a flag.
Said Wolfgang.
And it
Fan of
then
Tyler, the
becomes
Creator?
them. Just as a man
I think
fulfills
that's what he
his
calls his
destiny.
fans. I don't know.
I have checked.
I'm gonna sound so old and dumb.
Of a democratic
You're like, no, that's not it.
I have respect to that.
Oh shit.
When Nelson Mandela spoke those words,
Look, Black
the South
Power.
African flag was 4 flags in one.
Four
The Union
flags.
Jack
Shit,
and 2
we can't
Dutch
even.
colony flags, all atop the former Dutch flag.
That's just
They
so
represented
stupid.
the country's colonizers.
That's a shitty
It was
flag.
a
Who designed
unity
that?
At the expense of the black people. I was
We paid for
forced
that?
By the law to attend
Nigga, we got some good fashion now.
specifically
Who
designed
fucking
for
did that?
black
That was a
people.
white man.
I could not
Oh my
go
God.
No, 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 no,
into
no.
a town where white people live. I remember being given that flag as a young child. When I later understood that I was forced to wear a symbol of my own oppression.
Oh, that
It
sucks.
was really something that
These
was
niggas are forced to wear that shit. Fuck you.
Damn.
you start realizing
Damn, that nigga look like he just got the shit kicked out of him, bro. He's like, don't teach me no more.
The African National Congress,
Fuck,
ANC, was fighting for that
The
change.
Black Power, bro.
But at one point,
R.I.P.
in 1960,
R.I.P.
the police opened fire,
All them
killing
niggas.
69 unarmed demonstrators in what came to be known
Look at
Oh,
that
Martin
though,
Luther King.
like
It's fucked
damn.
up, bro.
in the aftermath.
All
the
because we
government
look
banned
different.
The ANC.
Like damn.
You know what it
You
is?
A
look
few years
hella-
later, they
The
sentenced one of
penises.
his leaders, Nelson Mandela.
Penises. Our
to life
penises are too
in
big.
They
They
got
were stealing all
jealous.
their white
also
women.
banned the ANC's flag.
And the white women were jealous
design of
because
that
got
flag
off like
Look, they took all the
curvy.
Asian women. They took all the white women.
Starting
They took
in
all the
Ethiopia,
Mexican women. Everybody
the
hates us
only
because of
African country
penises.
that was never colonized. And the
We even
first
took all the
to
mixed
adopt
women.
the national flag.
We didn't leave nothing for
Over the
nobody.
years, their flag changed.
Not a single
as
drop.
power shifted hands from one monarch to another. To communist rule, to a republic. But
Why you holding
outside
back that smile?
the flag represented African liberation. As African countries broke free from colonialism and created their own flags,
Yes.
many of them looked to Ethiopia's. And Ethiopia
for
inspired
me to eat
another
that ass
flag
tonight?
too.
Stop.
In the
Taste the tip.
1920s, on the other side of the world, this was a popular song.
You look. Are you trying to learn about flags? No, you're not.
When Jamaican activist Marcus Garvey heard it, enraged by the racist lyric, he decided to create a flag. And he turned to Ethiopia's for inspiration.
That's the best flag
swapping
ever.
the yellow for black, to
I don't know,
represent
he
the
fucked it
African
up.
people who the slave trade had displaced around the world.
I guess.
He called it
But no.
the Pan-African flag.
Pan
Show
African.
me the race or the nation without a flag, he said, and I will show you a race of people without any pride. A few years later, Garvey's flag inspired the ANC when they designed their own.
I'm saying the red was
In
cool.
1990,
Unless the red stood for
Mandela
like
was freed
the English
after 27 years in
or
prison.
some shit.
Negotiations began to end apartheid, and the country held its first fair and free election.
on the day of the election, I was able to cast a vote for the first time
Wow.
in my life.
Hey, that's
It was
that
a
Morgan Freeman.
Is it?
No.
It's like, damn.
It's Nelson Mandela.
On the day that
I
we
still
were
don't know who that is.
allowed to vote, this flag was
I think.
also flown.
The new South African flag was a combination of the old flag and the ANC flag.
It was a symbol of unity. It gave me the opportunity
That's
to
not bad.
identify with my own country.
Flags have a unique power to unify and stir loyalty, and for governments, that's a powerful tool. There's a
I hated
reason some
doing
countries
that.
mandate flags in schools.
It was so annoying.
And in more
Aren't
than
you?
60 countries,
No,
if you
during the Pledge
desecrate
of
your national
Allegiance.
flag,
Oh.
you can face fines or even prison.
Yeah, no, I got out of that like in high
Many
school. It's like,
also
why are
have
we still
elaborate
doing
flag
this?
codes,
Yeah,
carefully
after high
detailed
school you
how
stopped
flags
doing
should
it.
be held.
Yeah.
But like, I asked my teacher one time, I was like, do I have to stand up? And she's like, yes, or else you're gonna get in trouble. And I'm like,
No one stood up at Meredith. We were all disrespectful. Fuck that. We'd be like, we'll say the Pledge of Allegiance.
Suit that better than
We're not standing up. We're gonna stand up for 45 seconds to sit back down on the desk? Like, no, fuck you. Fuck you. That's how we talk to them too. Fuck you. No. Teachers just gave up on that shit. I think what really solidified it though was when people were like, when that nigga started kneeling.
Oh, really?
Yeah, remember that football nigga? When he started kneeling and everybody was like, alright, now you don't have to stand for it. Like, that's right. Now there's political reasons behind it. Because I'm black.
Oh my god.
In his autobiography Mein Kampf, Hitler wrote that a striking emblem may be the first cause of awakening interest in a movement.
The Nazi flag.
So like flags are used for brainwashing?
Fear, but it also had the power to inspire exhilaration.
You see the American flag.
Well, that's fuck, hey, America!
Exactly, so.
Fucking, you see that flag, you fucking crack a beer over your head and fucking chug it like a goddamn man, and them eagles will fly out of the sky in non-eagle fucking territories. They'll just fucking hear that. I don't know the sound of any
As the saying goes, the states make
You'll fucking land on you.
war make the states.
And then automatically you'll have a machine gun unlocked out of thin air.
And they became a solemn emblem of the soldier's sacrifice.
And then you crawl into your
And
tank
that's certainly
and
true of
just
the American
go
flag.
ham.
The cult of the American flag arose in the 19th century to encourage a culture of patriotism. It was the first country to have a pledge to the flag, a flag day, a flag
Fuck
week.
yeah! America! Fuck yeah! Look at that. Fucking explosions and shit.
Buy a house?
Oh, wait, that's Vietnam.
The flag became politicized, representing two different visions of America.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no, they did
Each
not.
side wore different.
People weren't happy about now.
The anti-war activist Abby Hoffman wore an American flag shirt and was charged with desecration under a new flag protection law.
That was a cool
While
shirt, though.
President Nixon, who prolonged the Vietnam War, also started wearing the flag as a pin. And though that law was struck down, the divide stayed as America turned to new threats.
Fidel Castro is exporting revolutions in our own backyard.
And informed patriotism is what we want.
Is that in
Let's start
America?
with some basics. More attention to
I
American
mean, you need to get your shit in control if that's in America.
on civic living.
Yeah, fix your shit, bro.
Someone with Reagan saying
Oh,
everybody
shit,
has
it's
to
in
kind of
America.
be patriotic and pro-American and enthusiastic about the wars it was going to fight.
The fuck?
You know, you either got with that or
It's
you
lopsided.
didn't.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, hey, bro, you can rock that if it wasn't fucking lopsided. Did he do that on purpose?
Obviously, probably.
I hope
I don't
fucking
know.
not. I hope he did it himself and it was an accident. And he's like, I'm a man, I'll rock it out. It'll go back.
And so I never did.
Take a long ass
In
time.
1988, I made the installation. What is the proper way to display it?
He's gonna have a fucking black strip and the rest is gonna grow back gray.
On the ground.
And above the flag was a notebook where visitors could leave comments.
You can stand either next to it or on it. You are disgracing everyone in America by placing the flag on the floor. This is the ultimate form of patriotism. You should be executed for high treason.
It's so fucked up. It doesn't even go all the way back.
If we Germans would admire our flag, as you all do, we would be called Nazis again. I think you do have too much trouble about this flag.
Thousands protested in front of Scott's exhibit. And the Senate responded too, voting to ban the display of the flag on the ground. And later that year, Congress passed the new Flag Protection Act, making the desecration of the flag a crime in America once again.
support for the First Amendment need not extend to desecration of the American flag.
That is the national symbol of unity. We need unity in this country.
Was that Joe Biden?
No.
I said I saw Joe, but I didn't see like the whole name.
What was?
I don't know. I just saw Joe and then I didn't see the whole name. But it sounded like
felt
him.
that, here was this sort of dying empire that was like desperately clutching at its symbols, trying to suppress free speech and dissent.
The Monday after the law went into effect, Dredd and 3 friends went to the steps of the U.S. Capitol, took out flags, and set them on fire.
Yeah, that's a little excessive.
We were instantly arrested, and then it went to the Supreme Court.
The potential is for causing a riot. Whenever somebody does something like this to the flag, people get mad.
Justice Scalia, once people are compelled to respect a political symbol, their respect for the flag is quite meaningless.
It was a landmark decision.
Today, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that burning a flag is a right protected by the First Amendment, constitutional right to free speech. The ruling was 5-4.
Flag burning is affected in part because regardless of what language people speak, whether they're in South Korea, whether they're in China, they can understand that this is political dissent.
Fair enough.
Since that law was overturned, the U.S. flag has only become more omnipresent. In one survey, 6 in 10 Americans said they displayed the flag either at home, at their office, or on their car.
A culture of patriotism can be a shield of protection against a perceived or very real enemy.
Goddamn.
After 9/11, 3 things happened. People went to church, they gave blood, and they bought a flag.
Walmart reportedly sold 116,000 flags on September 11th and 250,000 the next day.
What?
More than 20 times the amount
The
sold.
day after the 9/11, everybody
Why,
went out and
though?
bought flags.
And George
For
W.
what?
Bush
To support America.
donned flag.
I'm just saying, why didn't you just give them out, Walmart? It's awful
After 9/11,
patriotic of you to sell them.
actions that were
Hope it was for a charity.
perceived values
Camp
of what
Delta.
the flag represented.
Suspicious?
Hate crimes against
What?
Muslims spiked in
Coronavirus?
2001.
The Delta?
Oh,
16
what?
times what it had been the year before.
Fucking Walmart
And
caused
the New
COVID.
Yorker cover from November of that year depicted a multitude of
And
flags
9/11.
as a kind of shield for minorities in a country that questioned their patriotism. 6 years later, a junior senator from Illinois
Look at my home in
announced
this
he
way.
was
What the
running
fuck are
for
we doing?
president.
I stand before you today to announce my candidacy for president.
And he chose not to wear a flag pin.
I decided I won't wear that pin on my chest. Instead, I'm going to try to tell the American people what I believe will make this country great. Hopefully that will be a
He left the office looking like he was done with America.
Obama, yeah. Oh, he had a lot going on.
Senator Barack Obama.
Everybody wears them, from a mayor to a county commissioner to members of Congress to the president. And it's curious that suddenly this guy that doesn't want to do it. I don't understand political logic there.
Hold on. Oh no, I dropped it. Here, you want to hit? It's fuck. It got caught.
And then America elected
Here.
a president
You want to
who
hit my
had
baby?
no issue embracing the flag.
Do we love our American flag?
You want to hit my baby?
Should be taught to always
Can you hit the vape? It's caught on my pants.
Babe, no, it's not. Don't be crude.
You look sexy. Shut up. I'm gonna be a pervert because you look good. It's not my fault.
From the outside,
You don't want me to be a
For
pervert?
everyone else
and
to
within.
see.
I don't give a fuck if they see it. Gets us views.
Professional anarchists,
Look,
arsonists, looters, criminals,
show little
fighters,
titties.
Antifa.
Wow, it's just
which
last year.
inspired some of them to wave other flags. In January 2020,
Fucking Trump supporters, man. Look, you support the guy, it's cool, but like when you do that shit, that's crossing the line for anybody. Don't fucking do crazy shit, man.
Militia flags. The flag of Kyrgyzstan, a made-up alt-right country based on a Nazi war flag.
I don't like
and
that.
these yellow flags that were a protest symbol from the American Revolution.
What?
And Confederate flags, which
Nah,
represent the Southern
see,
slave tribe that seceded
yeah,
in the Civil
fuck
War.
that. I don't like when people are like, oh, it's about heritage, not hate. Yeah,
But your heritage is hating.
That's the heritage.
What?
It's like not as bad as the Nazi flag. Look, it looks cool. I'm not gonna lie. It's a cool design, but like fuck me, man. The only thing it should be put on is an orange fucking car. And if it's not put on that, then don't put it on anything. You know what I mean? That old fucking Dukes of Hazzard car. That shit looks nice with the goddamn Confederate on it.
I don't know what kind of.
Then there were rioters that waved another, newer flag. The symbol of a thin blue line traces back to the Crimean War in the 19th century.
It started with
a lot of history
the red
flags.
line of British
Did you see it though?
going out to fight.
Yeah, another cop flag?
By the 1920s,
No, the
police
thin
forces
line.
in
Yeah,
America
for the
had
cops.
adapted the phrase to the color of their
Yeah,
uniforms,
I guess.
and they eventually made it an emblem.
What was I looking at?
The line that's separating the black halves. The significance is it's supposed to protect people. If you
The
took those
car.
officers off the front line, there would be complete chaos in the streets.
Well, you can
But
tell that he's a
outside
fucking
these
cop.
forces, this emblem wasn't well known.
In 2013, the Black Lives Matter movement began.
Black Lives Matter.
Millions in Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown,
Black Power.
Eric Gardner.
People that say all lives matter are like, why though? Because we
All
know
lives.
all lives matter, but we're just saying Black Lives Matter too.
Look, we started saying Asian lives matter once Asian people got beat up.
Exactly.
We switched that up. Asian lives matter. It's whoever's getting fucked over at the moment.
Yeah.
That's whose lives need to be vouched for.
Mhm.
And a new symbol emerged. The thin blue line combined with an American flag.
To me,
Yeah.
the blue line American flag
Yeah, it
gives
looks
you
dope.
a reason to
It's a
remember
dope-ass
why you
car.
put that uniform on every single day.
Classic.
But some people embrace
Classic
that
car.
flag for different reasons.
So that's why
In
they have that
2017,
flag.
No, that's not why they have the flag.
Planning
This is
a
just,
rally.
they have the
And they
flag
had a
because they're
whole
fucking
chapter
racist
dedicated to
or
what flags they
fucking
believe.
Confederate supporters.
One person proposed the thin blue line flag.
Look, it's the fucking
And
Confederacy.
another
What the fuck do you mean?
No one
I don't think they were the good people in that war. That's why it's bad. That's why it's a bad flag. It's like a Nazi flag. They just, look, if they helped the Jews, maybe if all the Nazis were known for helping Jews, it'd be a good flag. But it's not. They weren't known for that. You know what I mean?
To see white supremacists using a blue line flag is complete misuse and it's a disgrace. It's meant to be something that reminds you of someone that was killed, not something that's going to go out there and cause people harm or damage. It is the furthest thing from being racist.
But that's not how everyone saw it.
I'm one of the only kids of color at my school. The flag being at my school represented, to me at least, that people didn't care about the lives lost at the hands of police. That made me feel...
Yeah, that's a
scared.
position. The blue lives
Made me
flag
feel
shouldn't be a flag. I'm gonna say it. It just shouldn't.
Want to go to school.
It's a job.
Schools
You
across
keep it in the
country
workplace, I
banned
guess.
thin
You know,
blue
cops can
line
wear it, but
including
like,
maximum
you shouldn't wear it as like. So I support them.
Students are seeing the symbol
Yeah,
as
we have an army flag. It's called the fucking U.S. flag. You guys are there to protect us. Thank you for doing that. 100% grateful. But is that not enough flag for you? You need another flag? You need your own custom flag? No. Go fuck yourself. I'm sorry. How about don't be a police
It was
officer?
right next to the store. I just
Good.
thought I wouldn't
A
go
lot of crazy
to
motherfuckers come out.
place anymore.
Fuck you. I think it's time to party.
Okay.
It's time to fucking party. Let him party.
Heartbreaking for me. It really is.
No, you're a bitch. No, you're not that sad. Oh, it hurts my feelings that they flew a blue flag. Blue Lives flag. Hurts. I'm so offended. Shut up. Stop it.
Separate schools
I just
are
moved.
okay.
Just
Racism isn't dying out. It's just adapting in the current day.
With something like a flag, people don't think about multi-level meaning. They say, it means what I think it means. We should think about flags for how they trigger reactions in people.
Flags are a barometer of where we are as a society.
When our nation's fundamentals of democracy are being attacked,
That lady looks high as
people do
shit.
stand behind their
You see how red her
symbols.
fucking eyes are?
What's surprising is finding
No,
out
she's wearing
which
makeup.
symbols exactly people are standing behind.
She can't wear makeup on her
In South
eyeballs.
Africa, many might say the
Oh, you
same
mean
thing.
like
Her eyes, the
Yeah.
whites are red.
I didn't see it.
Demonstration by predominantly white.
She has some irritated eyes or something.
Allergies?
No, fuck that. Those are too glassy, bro. She's on drugs.
And in 2019, a historic court case.
The Nelson Mandela Foundation has asked a court to ban it, saying it represents hate
and racial discrimination.
It's too much of a stretch to argue that it amounts to hate speech to display the flag.
But ultimately, Judge Mojapello's decision was clear.
Any display of the old flag constitutes hate speech in terms of Section 10(1) of the Equality Act. Our children can sit in the museum, they can study, they can look at it, but it does not have to be flown in the face of those
Agreed.
to whom it is hurtful.
Yeah, I agree to that. That's 100% fair. You can learn about it if you want to. Go ahead. But it doesn't need to be fucking put into people's face like, fuck you. So no more Nazi. Get rid of the Nazi flags. Get rid of the Confederate flag.
South Africa hosted the Rugby World Cup.
What else is there? Get rid of the blue light flag.
It was the first major sporting event held in the country since the end of apartheid. And in a stunning turn, South Africa won. Even the commentators recognized it was more than a game.
Goodness.
Wow.
You always hit so hard.
Embracing a predominantly white team, Nelson Mandela walked onto that pitch to say, under this flag, we can all feel united and be as...
Alright. Well, thank y'all for stopping by and chilling with us.
Thanks. Hope you guys liked this video. Give it a thumbs up.
Yeah, like it, subscribe if you want. If it was bad, dislike it.
Leave a comment.
Tell us why it was bad.
Yeah.
Alright.
See you guys on Thursday.
Peace.